time to find out. Hit it. Yeah, you can literally get in shape without working out. Some people have. Got the peg arm. I mean, I would have been like 300 pounds over here. Oh, yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, master trainer, and author Tony Arreola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Coming at you every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. It's a simulcast. Technology is amazing. Let's give it up for technology. Hola, Diana made it. Diana made it. Yes, thank you, Diana, for showing up. I was about to cancel the show, but now that you're on, we can proceed. It was just gonna be me and Woody. Woody's back there. Hola, Nicole. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Let's rock and roll. Today, we don't have enough time to work out. You're busy. I get it. You're overworked. You're chasing the kids. Work is crazy. You're stressed out. It's rough times. And a lot of times, this is why we don't work out. This is probably the number one reason I get when people tell me like, "Oh, I want to start training and working out, but I just don't have time. I just don't have time." And they say it like that too. I just don't have time, which is weird. I don't know why they would talk like that, but I get these guys, and I want to help these guys get all the way to the skinny side. So let's see how we can help these guys. If you're watching the replay or watching live, tag Get Me Skinny, and I will personally send you the Secrets of the Skinny guide, where it shoots off the secrets of the skinny, things that these guys are doing that they're not sharing with us. So make sure you hit Type Me Skinny if you're watching the replay or watching live. Today we're going to cover why there's never enough time, how to sneak in exercise, and something that's really crucial to behavioral change, mindset hacks, which would be good. So keep you motivated, keep you fired up on those days when you just feel like, like you're just not doing enough. Like, oh man, today I didn't do this, today I didn't do that. And we're going to talk about how to like reset that, how to get a fresh start so that you're succeeding on your goals. Our popular Ask the Trainer is actually something that we covered in depth in my coaching call with my online coaching clients this week, and is how do I stop my sweet tooth and these sugar cravings and these kind of attacks that we get, that we feel like not in control. So we'll review some best practices and see how we can best help you with that. Now, here's our trivia. And I saw a couple at Costco, and they got the giant ounces of big old containers of mayonnaise. And not that, I don't think you should have mayonnaise. I mean, probably Costco size mayonnaise might be a little much, but I got me thinking, how many pounds of fat are in the Costco size things of mayonnaise? And they got 2 of them. So I wonder how many pounds of fat. Remember, mayonnaise is not even a food though, right? So type in your answer and see what you think, right? How many pounds of fat in one of those big jars of mayonnaise? I think the answer is going to kind of shock you. Today's sponsor is Ironman Triathlon. Congrats to all the athletes that competed at St. George Ironman this weekend. Looking forward to racing. Everything's starting to open back up. And, God, I don't even want to say it because I feel like we've already been through this. I think the pandemic is over, but I don't know. I mean, I've been saying that for a while. So get out, get your vaccinations, get all that stuff so they can let us play outside. I'm too busy. You'll start when life calms down. I'll start on Monday. So today I'm going to give you tips so that you can start on your fitness journey today. Because the cool thing about fitness is that if you ignore the problem, it doesn't go away and it usually gets bigger. Both not good things, right? So it's not good to ignore it, and it's not good when the problem gets worse. That's why when people tell me, well, I don't want to start right now, or I'll come back at a later time, or whatever the case may be, I already know that usually when people stop training and like working out, they don't come back like a year later and they're like, oh my God, I'm just like in the greatest shape ever. That's so far happened 0 times. So let's figure out how we can get you to start today, start getting some simple actionable things that you can take away and start implementing them today to start getting you in better shape. So Wednesday Furious, then we have more things to celebrate. First thing, number one thing, the easiest thing, right? Increase your steps. I know, Nicole, we talked about where are you at with your steps and kind of like what you should be focused on. The steps is generally a really good baseline that tells you how active you were throughout the day. It basically tells you that how long you were not sitting, and we know that well sitting is really bad for you, right? Sitting pulls the blood the bottom of your feet. It hurts your heart. It's bad for sleep. It's, you're more likely to have diabetes. It's bad for your bones. All these different things are really bad with sitting. That's why they call sitting the new smoking. So, when people get their standing desks, or, the treadmill desk, or things to keep moving, that's why steps are so important. So if you're talking about, like, and I'm talking about like kind of weight loss and general health, in specific, if you're talking about being healthy, you need to increase the steps, because that means movement, and that means you weren't sitting down all day. So get a Fitbit, get a watch, get something that can really help you track those steps, and then make a little change, like 5%, 10% increase when you hit those steps and in that mark. Now, on the opposite side too, if you don't hit those steps, then don't beat yourself up, because maybe you were really busy that day, maybe something happened, maybe you had to take a long drive, whatever the case may be. Just think about not beating yourself up and really celebrating those wins. So you can celebrate every 100, every 200, every 500, every 1,000 steps. And you want to cement those celebrations. Remember, celebrations fill your brain with dopamine, and it makes these habits stick a lot better. So celebrate those tiny wins. And a rough gauge is about every 1,000 steps. It's basically like another 100 calories. So that's what you want to think of it. Now, here's some simple ideas that you can start to implement today to help you get more steps. The first thing is park further away. Right now that we're some people are driving, some people are commuting to work. Concerts are opening, and like theaters and restaurants. You can park further away and walk a little bit more, because the good thing about parking further away is that you're gonna have to eventually come back to your car, or whatever the case, to the bus or train or what you took. And so that up and back makes you double your steps, which is an easy way to do it. You can take the stairs whenever possible. If you're anywhere you go and there's stairs available, always take the stairs. That's an easy way to get the stairs. And the stairs help you burn more calories too, because it's you feel it a little bit more taxing on the body. You can pace during phone calls, right? So if the phone rings, like you're taking a call, throw the headset on, and as you pace, then you can get more steps. That's one of the secret sauces for one of my clients that I'll talk about later, has had just tremendous success, and all he does is pace during calls, because he's on calls a lot. So pace during phone calls. Now, if you have to sit, then you can fidget, right? You can bounce your feet, fidget, kind of like a little crackhead bouncing. All that stuff helps you burn more calories. And when you're walking, you can walk with purpose. What I mean by walking with purpose is walk fast. You're in the grocery store, you're going to walk up and down the aisles. Go quick. Boom, 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 boom. Move. And you can, when you walk with purpose, or jog or jump, or things that you kind of do right away, it helps you burn calories quick. And it's easy because it fits in your day. And if you feel like you're stressed out and you don't have enough time to work out, then walking faster will help you. And also, right, when you're stuck at work or you're working from home, you want to take, maybe if you take like a 15-minute break to get up, pace the house, maybe, pick up some things that are around the house, or do something, at least so you can give yourself a break and get those extra steps. The next thing that you could do is, and I think this is good for everybody, especially busy professionals, busy moms, busy dads, is you want to speed up your chores. So if you got to pick up this, like say I got to pick up, Kona's poop, then I gotta go. If I can do it faster, run quicker and get it done, or do the dishes at an animated pace, make the bed at an animated pace, pick up, like, after take down my set at an animated pace, so it's faster than I'm used to doing. You're gonna get the benefit of doing the chores, the things that you need to be doing, maybe washing your cars, doing the dishes, any stuff that's like manual and you have to put your clothes away. If you do it faster, you're gonna burn more calories. and that's an easy way to get more efficient and to get to be really maximizing your time. You can put some music on and like dance when you clean, like woo. I know my mom used to put on some old school Mexican music and and clean the house when she did. That's why I knew she was going to clean the house. She used to put on some Vicente Fernandez and all that stuff. That's why I knew either she was sad my dad did something dumb, and 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 she was going to clean the house. So then she got the stuff that I don't know what it's called, pine green or whatever, to mop the floor. And it was like, oh, mom's sad and cleaning at the same time. One quick little hack that you can also do is when you're getting ready to take a shower, right? Usually shower is kind of like some private time, and maybe the kids leave you alone, or the spouse or your partners leave you alone. You can stretch for a minute, right? Stretch your neck out, maybe stretch your back, to do some, couple it with some deep breathing. You can do like maybe some 5 push-ups, do a plank, do some crunches, do some squats, right? Some lunges, maybe for like 10 to 15 minutes before you take a shower. And that way you kind of earn your shower and you sneak exercise in there. And that's a really good way to do it if you're really like pressed for time. Because remember, when you're pressed for time and you want to skip your workout because you don't have time for like an hour long workout or a 45-minute run or whatever the case may be, when you skip that workout, that puts a like doubt in your mind. It challenges your identity. So whenever you do something, any little something, that will always count as far as helping you get to your goal, because that casts little votes for your new identity of a healthy, fit person. A healthy, fit person will find a way to work out. It doesn't have to be like an epic long workout. It just has to be something to get that belief in the right state of mind. One of my clients, what we would try with him is every time he sits down to turn on the remote, he's got to do 3 squats before he sits down and does the remote, right? So if he gets the remote, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 times in a day, so he's going to get like 12 squats times, 7 days in a week, 12 times 7. I mean, you do the math, times 52 weeks in a year, times whatever, how many years. All these things really start to add up, and it's an easy way to sneak in exercise and keep his legs strong. The next one is play with your kids. Play with your kids, play with your pets. Just really play. When you're hanging out with them, right? Get into it. You throw the ball, chase them around, jump up and down, roll on the ground with them. All that stuff helps you burn calories, and all that stuff counts as exercise. Don't think exercise is this thing that you have to do in the gym that's really structured, that only works one way. Hello, Kona. That only works a certain way. Kona wants to be on TV, but she's too small, and she's a dog, and she doesn't know how to talk. But besides that, maybe next time. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, play with them, play hard, run fast. Any type of thing that you do with effort will burn calories. Exercise isn't traditional. Exercise is just movement, dancing, running, jumping, running around the house, movement. All that stuff counts as exercise. It's going to get your heart up. It's going to work your bones, work your muscles, all that stuff. We don't fail in health and wellness because we don't know exactly the right exercise. We fail because we don't do it. That's it. So just think about that. What can I do? Do a little bit of something, and you do a little bit of something every day. You're going to be somewhere really good. All right, emoji time. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Woo. If you're watching, hit the hearts, hit the loves, hit the emojis, all that good stuff. Yeah. Woo. What's up, emoji? Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Remember our trivia question. How many pounds of fat for one jar of a Costco mayonnaise? I wonder how many pounds of fat for one. I wonder, what are you guys' guesses? Type those guesses into the comments, and then we'll talk about it at the end. My tip number 5 is maximize idle times. What that means is these are called meanwhile habits. So right now, instead of sitting, I can be standing, right? Or instead of laying down, you can be sitting up. It's crazy. Even just sitting up instead of laying down burns more calories. Again, if you're trying to get in shape, and most people are always talk about losing weight and getting in like tip top shape, so we always want to burn some fat. you want to burn as many calories. You want to make things as difficult as possible. So you're burning as many calories as you can for that specific time. Another meanwhile habit is you can stretch while at a red light. Right, red lights for me are always cues for me to stretch my neck. When I go into an elevator, that's a cue for me to do my neck exercises so that the posture is really clean. When I'm at a stuck at the grocery store, that's always a cue for me to practice balancing on one leg. So I have all these little meanwhile habits that you can incorporate in your life, and they don't require any extra effort. They just require that the fact that you have a cue, right? And you have the trigger that's coming up and says, okay, meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna get this done. And that's how you can get a lot of extra exercise into your life. The next thing you really want to remember is that mindset is the key. Okay, if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have a right approach, because remember, we get roughly 60,000 thoughts a day. About 80% of those thoughts are negative. We're more likely to believe a negative thought than a positive thought. And 90 to 95% of our thoughts are the same thoughts that we had yesterday, right? So imagine that, right? 60,000, 80% are more likely to believe that are negative. 90 to 95% of the same repeat thoughts that we had the day before, and yesterday and the day before. So you have a really small window, about 5 to 10% of this programming that you're trying to change into your life. And that's why change is so difficult. So how do we make that a lot easier and a lot more likely for you to participate, or a lot more likely to participate and to win in this game of fitness and long-term fitness, is to celebrate those little wins. Celebrate the fact that you chewed slower, you drank more water, you got to bed on time, you wrote in your gratitude journal, you got a little bit of stretches, did some balance work, got your steps in, played with the kids faster. All that stuff, you clap it up, you get your little private celebrations. Yes, yes. Fills your brain up with dopamine. And we know that the dopamine is like super glue for the brain. Now it starts connecting these neural nets. Boom, boom, boom. And neural programming is really how you break the game wide open. So that now you're doing all these little habits without even thinking about it, right? You're walking in, and before you know it, you're already getting your stuff ready to go swim. You're already getting your shoes on to go run, and you're on the run without even thinking about it. So that's how you change best. You change best by feeling good. So think about some type of change that you want to develop in your life and put those things in there, couple them with good positive emotion, and don't beat yourself up, because you're not going to change. You're just not going to change if you keep beating yourself up, right? And if you have yourself feeling all these negative thoughts coming, find them, right? Catch them, identify them, notice, and name them. Oh, negative thought, here it comes. 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 So then you can start kind of talking these things down. And so I hope that helps. Next thing we want to know is, when you want to change your body and change your health, nutrition is 95% of it anyways, right? So even if you can't get the exercise in, it doesn't take longer to eat less. This is the best place to start if you really want to change that body. Exercise is a part of it. It's not the main part, but it's a part of it. In nutrition and choices, and eating run rates, and being mindful, and controlling the emotional eating, and curbing that sugar intake, and having that positive talk matters a lot more as you're trying to get this win. Now, our client spotlight today is Sunny. Now, Sunny's a amazing client that I've had. I think we've been with Sunny for not too long, maybe a year or two, maybe 2 years. Well, 1 year was pandemic time, so. But Sunny is interesting because his story is cool. He really fought me on the whole step thing. He didn't think that thing was real. He wanted to pump some iron, but now Sunny became a man who is obsessed with steps. He crushes me all the time in steps, and it's just I think he ended up losing. I think it's like 35 pounds or 40 pounds or something like that. But we're just starting to get his body to like the greatest shape that it ever has been in. And with Sunny, a lot of it is celebrating these little wins, these tiny successes. Would it be getting the steps, taking his phone calls, standing up? But all these little things are really what make it. And what you don't want to wait is, you don't want to wait to celebrate once you get to your goal, right? So Sunny's success is awesome, but the celebration didn't come when he lost the weight. The celebration came when, he logged his food, he checked his steps, he improved, he drank more water, he got the sleep under control, taking his vitamins, going to the workouts. All that stuff is the stuff that we need to celebrate in order to get that big result. So congrats, Sonny. Super proud of you. I'm looking forward to see what this year has in store for us. To see, I mean, we can even get you in better shape than we were. Was it last year, 2 years ago? I don't know. 2020 was kind of like a void. So, oh, look at Woody. Woody kind of scared me. what do you, what do you want, Woody? And this week's Ask the Trainer is, how do I kick my sweet tooth? And it's something that a couple of my clients, actually a few of my clients, have asked me this week. So I thought it would be good for me to share it again here on the show. What you want to do is, there's a lot of ways to approach it. The first thing you want to realize is that when you have that craving, whether it be sweet, salt, pizza, fat, or whatever, you want to know that behavior is a result of a lot of other behaviors that happen. These things don't really happen in a vacuum. So what you want to do is kind of pull the sheet back and look at what happened throughout the day. And it could be something from like early during the day, could be some event that upset you, could be like a celebration event, could be pressure and like anxiety, stress. So you want to really find what the chain of behaviors was. Maybe you weren't feeling good about yourself or whatever the case. Maybe you went too long without eating. You want to look at what exactly happened and then identify what you're feeling. What are you feeling in that moment? And even if you have, whenever you have like you eat ice cream or you feel like you need some pizza, that, remember, that's a need, right? It's that pizza or that ice cream or that Twizzler was solving a problem for you. You were feeling some type of way, and now you got that fix. So it does solve a problem, and right, your brain lights up. It's like, oh, this feels good, but we need to find out what it was. And when you can find out what it was, then you have a lot more likelihood of noticing and naming that thought. So you're more likely to be ready for that thought once it comes again. Another thing, you can do is eliminate the prompt, right? So something triggered you. Was it the time of the day? Was it somebody you saw them in the office? Whatever the case may be, if you need to find that cue, find that trigger, find that prompt, and see if you can remove it, which is the first step in eliminating like the habit altogether. The next thing you want to do is, the next thing you can try, and there's a bunch of things that you can try, but another one that works really well is find the bright spots. So there was a day that you didn't go into this sugar binge or you didn't spin out of control. What was right about those days? We tend to focus a lot on the days that we don't execute, that we don't get things right, and beat ourselves up over that. But find the days that things did go right, right? That you were just on point. What was right about that day that you can replicate? Maybe you got your workout and you felt good about yourself. Maybe, the boss didn't email you after a certain time and that felt good. Maybe you didn't open your email at a certain time. There was a reason that you did it so well. And instead of waiting for like identify bad, which you're really good at identifying bad, I want you to figure out how you can identify good and treat it like a little ember and like blow it up and like bring more goodness into it. If you haven't had a chance yet, just hit the hashtag and we'll join our fitness Avengers. I think we're almost close to 100. No, we're over 100. Almost close to 200 fitness Avengers in there as we're fighting the fat and the frustration around the world as this world finally starts to open up. Please like and share, comment, share those with people that may need it. Next week, we're going to have a pretty special show. I might celebrate a little bit because I think the pandemic is over. But I'm going to help you celebrate the pandemic by giving you a special show where we're going to kick those COVID pounds off. So I'm going to give you guys some proven tricks, some tactics to help you get those COVID pounds off us. Because it's summertime and, we might want to go to the pool or the beach or something, or at least just like fit in our regular clothes. And we have to take off our pajamas and go out there and meet the real world. I think in the U.S. is opening July 1st, I think, and California is June 1st. So we're getting close, guys. Getting close. Remember, wear those masks. Take care of each other. Take care of each other. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. I really appreciate all the great feedback I'm getting, and I'm hoping that you get a lot of value out of this and puts a lot of these things into your life. Don't just watch the videos and be like, oh, that was a cool idea, T. Good. Like Courtney says, good for you. Good for you. We want you to take these things, put action into them, and really change your life, because we all deserve to be healthy and happy always. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the skinny side. Take it away, Court. Take it away. Oh, this is Cartoon Court.
Thank you for watching the Fitness Avenger live show. If you like the show, make sure to like it and share. Please join us next week on Facebook Live. This week's show is brought to you by our close friends at Total Body Project. Visit TotalBodyProject.com for more info.
All right. Woo! Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Take care. Be good. Stay safe.